I travelled over 634 miles for my first ever park run, so let's see if I can beat my dad. But that's not the only challenge I want to complete in this video, because ever since I started my one-to-one online coaching business a couple years ago, I've not really had a proper break. I just feel like my life's been revolving around work, content, with my main hobbies also being the gym, playing guitar, and some random side quests every now and then. But I want to go on some adventures. I want to bring back some old hobbies that I used to enjoy, like sketching and art, and also spend some quality time with my family that I don't get to do very often now. So by the end of our trip, my goal is to sketch 3 different locations while we're exploring Copenhagen. Spend quality time with my family in those different locations. And of course, the biggest goal is to beat my dad in our first ever park run. Time for a room tour. I'm gonna act like I've not already been staying here for a couple days because we didn't really have an opportunity for me to film this earlier, but here is the room. We have 2 beds, one for me, one for my sister, TV, desk, lamp. That lamp doesn't work, this lamp works. And then we do have the bathroom. The bathroom's very cute. It's got everything you need. We've got a shower, we've got a mirror, we've got a sink, we've got a toilet. What more could you want? That's pretty much the room. Does what it needs to do. It's pretty nice. The one thing is, we're right next to a train track, so beautiful, beautiful, but a little bit noisy when you go to sleep. So we've been enjoying some train noise. I guess it is a little bit therapeutic, you know, it's kind of a nice noise, but it's quite loud when you're trying to sleep. Well, other than that, it's a nice room and does the job. The hotel doesn't really have any other unique amenities except an ironing room, which I'd never seen before, and of course the gym. But before we can try out the gym, we've got to explore a little bit and find our first location to sketch, so as our first location, we actually stumbled across this cute little park which turned out to be a military base in Oosterpoort. The whole park's in the shape of a star, which I'm sure is man-made, but it's really cool. And there's just lots of little hidden gems, like this windmill. This would be perfect to sketch, but we don't really have time right now, so I'll have to come back. We found the cutest little place for lunch called Amateur. Just the vibes were like really homely, and they did the best omelets ever. You got free sourdough with it, and we all know how much I love sourdough, but I can't even start to express how good this was. It made my day. The hotel gym is actually really good, so I think it is time for a gym tour. We've got a bike, treadmill, seated leg curl and hamstring curl. There's chest press over there, the lat pull down, a leg press. I did not think they had a leg press because there wasn't a picture of it on the website, but I've got a leg press, so I'm gonna hit a little leg day. A couple benches, dumbbells all the way up to 26 kg. Did not expect that. Usually in hotels you can only go up to like 10, if that. Cable machine over here, which is pretty decent. This is cute. Nice little area. You can do some stretching. Ladder. Not sure what I'll be doing with the ladder, but who knows? We'll see. I'm excited. I guess all that's left to do is hit a session.
From the moment that I saw you, I knew that it was the bet that you felt the same. Standing here, I need to let you know. What if I had never let you go? Standing here, I need to let you know that I need you tonight. You should know that I miss you.
Workout complete. No one came in the whole time, which is crazy because we've been here over an hour, but the legs are dead. Very much dead. And I need some food. I demolished a protein bar before this, but there was this Greek place that my dad wanted to go to. So I went on a little walk, saw some swans and the cutest little ducklings. Look at that. And dinner was so good. If this is the bar that Copenhagen's setting for food, I'm so excited for the rest of the week. We started off day 2 in the Botanic Gardens, which was right next to the Natural History Museum. So since I haven't done any sketching yet, and the Botanic Gardens are the perfect opportunity for that, the rest of the family went to visit the Natural History Museum, which gives us some time to find the perfect location to sketch. As I was walking, I found this really cool fruit tree. I have no idea what fruit's on it. I just know it's some sort of fruit. Let me know what it is in the comments. It was at this point where I started to realize I don't actually have unlimited time in the Botanic Gardens, so I need to hurry up and find somewhere to sit and sketch because this sketch is going to take me a while. But there's so many good options, it's so hard to choose. Oh, this looks really nice. But I know there's a big greenhouse that I think would be really cool to get in the sketch, to sort of remind you that it is the Botanic Gardens that we're in, you know? I found this greenhouse, which is really cool. We couldn't go in it though, which is a shame. But that's not the greenhouse I meant. I meant this greenhouse. Now I just need to find a good place to sit that has that as part of the view. I thought if I went up behind, then it would kind of give me a good view of the greenhouse within the park as well. But sadly, this was the only view I got. It could have been so good. But we moved, and I'm determined to find the perfect spot. Wait, what's that? There's stuff moving in the water down there. Look at the fish! They're just chilling. But enough distractions. We're running out of time and we are on a mission. I say that, but I couldn't help by just being struck by how beautiful all of this nature was. Like, whenever I walk through gardens like this, I'm always reminded how amazing God's creation is. Like, he created all of that. I thought the spot under the tree was going to be the one, but turns out I couldn't see the greenhouse and I could only see trees, so moving on. And we're back to the place where I was originally going to sketch. I can't really see the greenhouse from where I'm sitting, but I think all of the gardens and things are well represented by the flowers and everything, so I think we'll know it's the Botanic Gardens anyway. And that is sketch 1 of 3 complete. Afterwards, we spent some more time in the gardens and had lunch, and then had a little look in the museum, saw some cool buildings, and the ducks with the fish, they're just getting on like besties. I've never seen ducks and fish this close before. After that, we went to this place called the Round Tower. It's named that because it's a tower and it's round. It doesn't have any stairs, so you go all the way up, just this round slope. It was kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But it also had a little museum because it's an observatory as well, right? So it had lots of stuff about space. And then we reached the top and there was this countdown because apparently we weren't actually at the top, but to get there we had to wait till it hit 0. This is taking ages. What could possibly be up there? Oh wait, it's green. Go. These stairs were actually really hard to get up. There were quite a few people who almost fell on their face, so I'm guessing that's why there was a countdown. But I think this was definitely worth the wait. One thing that's really standing out to me about Copenhagen is the number of bikes. Like, there are bikes everywhere. Big bikes, little bikes. Even bikes that reminded me of Shrek. We didn't go on any bikes, but I think it'd be a cool way to get around. Good morning. Welcome to the hotel bathroom. I'm just getting ready because I'm about to go to church. One of the things that I wanted to do specifically while I was here was do things where I'd get to meet some actual Danish people, because you don't really get to do that as often in the UK. And I do think it is so fun to just meet people in the country that you're going to, like different cultures and things. And one of the best ways to do that, in my opinion, is try out a church. So I'm going to church this morning. I will come clean and say I did choose a church of the name that I recognized, and I know that their service is going to be in English, but I'm so excited. This is also the first time I'm going to be getting the metro on my own as well, so hopefully I don't get lost and I actually make it to church. But I've got the whole day to myself today because my family are off visiting some friends who didn't have enough space in their car for me, so that's kind of why. But yeah, I'm excited and ready to go. I've got my sun cream on, don't worry. I already got burnt this week, which was not, that was on day 2. Scrap that, day 1. So hopefully no more sunburn from here. Church was a little bit different to my home church, but the energy these guys brought on a Sunday morning just ramped up so much towards the end. And the joy for Jesus in the room, it was just so good. I'm here with
Avery,
and we just met at church. We've been hanging around in the park for a little bit. Went to 7-Eleven and a little bakery. The bakery was so good.
yes, good sandwiches.
So would recommend. I feel like in Denmark you've got to try some actual Danish bread
with some cheese on it.
with some cheese. And that's what we did.
And look at the view.
Look at the view. It's so beautiful. But yeah, after this we're just gonna walk around, get some steps in, then head back to the hotel, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Today was really beautiful, and although I wasn't spending it with my family, I do genuinely think I've made some friends for life, which is always cool to do when you're in a different country.
So I just won a basketball, but my dad just didn't film it, so I'm gonna try and do it again.
Yeah, sadly my second attempt was not as good as my first attempt, but just imagine that went in twice. And just imagine me winning.
So I'm gonna try and claim this prize.
I'm so indecisive though when they brought out this entire box for me to choose from. It took me a minute, you know? I went for the orange one. For the next half hour or so, me and my dad just sat listening to this jazz band. It was so therapeutic and really just a nice way of kind of switching off, spending some quality time together. And the band was really good. When in Denmark, you gotta go to the Lego store, okay? They invented it. I can't even start to imagine how long it took them to make that dragon though. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the place we visited today, but it was really pretty. Like, all of the houses are different colours, which is so cool. Imagine living there. That'd be really fun. Also, I promise I was spending time with my family this whole trip, but they didn't want to be in any of the content, which I totally respect that decision, so that's why they're not in any clips. But it was at this point I realised I only actually had one sketch from the entire trip so far, so I needed to find somewhere pronto to get sketching. As luck would have it, at that same point we were passing this harbour. Initially, I thought this would be a great option because it was different from the Botanic Gardens, there's a lot of little interesting bits and pieces, but I kind of underestimated how much detail there actually was in this scene, so it took about an hour and a half. Tomorrow's the day. First ever park run. Am I nervous? A little bit. It's kind of crazy to think that as my first ever park run, I chose to do it in Denmark, but it'll be a cool little fact to tell people, you know? Right now, I'm gonna stop yapping and go and sketch in the gardens. There's such a cute little place that I want to sketch. I want to do that out of 3, so we're getting there. It's just been so nice to like find my childhood passion again, I guess, because I've not really sketched intentionally like that for years. I've done it in my Bible, like I do that pretty much most days, but just sitting, spending time with God, thinking about a passage and sketching what's in front of me is a little bit different, but it's been really nice. Also, turning off Instagram notifications has been one of the best decisions I've made all year. And I realised I don't really have to have them on. Like, I know content creation is a massive part of my job. Like, you're watching this video now, I do Instagram every single day. But I don't need the notifications on. And just switching them off is giving me so much more peace. Like, I'm not constantly thinking about it and replying to people as soon as those messages come in. I can actually just breathe, do what I'm doing, and then reply to them whenever I get the chance. So content creation isn't part of your job, honestly, just turn off the notifications. You don't need them unless you've got friends that like contact you through Instagram and like you need it for that. I'd say just turn it off. You'll get so much of your life back. It's actually insane. Also, a question one of my coaching clients asked me the other day is they were struggling to get out of bed in the morning and just didn't know how to get themselves to do anything, like that lack of motivation almost. And there's one thing that really helped me, so I thought I'd just share it here as well, because I feel like most of us go through that at some point, and this is a good tool to have in your toolkit. So what you do is, as soon as you realize that you don't want to do the thing, count down from 5. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up and go and do it. You don't give your brain a second chance to think about it, you just go and do the thing. And I know that sounds super simple, like how would that even work? But trust me, when you actually try it, the next time you're lying in bed thinking, oh, I don't want to get up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You're up. Don't think about it. Next time you think you should empty the dishwasher, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't think about it. Next time you're procrastinating work, which I always procrastinate editing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're doing it. Try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes, because it has been working wonders for me these last few weeks, and I hope it can do the same for you. Let's go. He knew I had to come back here. Honestly, I've really been enjoying getting the chance to sketch again and spend that time just alone with God as well. Even though I wasn't necessarily praying the entire time. I feel like in any relationship, it can be so good to just sit there and spend time with God. No agenda, just chilling, kind of like me and my dad did when we were listening to that music earlier. This trip really reminded me how important spending that intentional time just sitting with God really is. And I want to take that back when I go home. God loves to spend time with his children, and just in case no one told you today, Jesus loves you so much. Good morning, we were up bright and early for our first ever park run. Actually no, this isn't early, I've been getting up at 7 every day. I got a lie in this morning. I was expecting it to be mainly Danish people, but surprisingly there were loads of people from all across the world. There's America, there's Germany, there's more people from Scotland, which I didn't expect. But once the briefing was over, we made our way to the start line and oh, we're off. I didn't even hear them say go. Now say it after me. Park run is not a race, it's taking part that counts. But our main goal here is to beat my dad, so I tried to get ahead of as many people as I could right at the start because for some reason he had made us go like to the very middle. We were kind of near the front as we were lining up, but then he was like, no, let's go all the way back here. So I then had a lot of people to overtake, but at this point the more people I could get between me and my dad, the better my chances were going to be of beating him.
I can now no longer see the people in front, so as long as I don't lost, we'll be fine. It's okay, we've got an hour. We're good.
Most park runs are 5k, but for this one you got to do the loop twice to complete it.
Halfway! I think that's the front. We're nearly the front, that's crazy. Almost there. I've overtaken a few times. Final stretch.
As I was coming up on the final stretch, the end was in sight, but I still had no idea who was behind me. My dad could be meters behind me for all I knew. Was he going for a sprint finish? I don't know, but I was.
Let's go! Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. First park run complete. I asked my dad to film me run across the finish because he was sure that he would finish before me. He's not in sight, like, I don't know where he is.
Surprisingly, my dad made it in just under 2 minutes after me. But the main reason I wanted to do this with my dad is because he's the one who got me into running initially. He's been running every single week for as long as I can remember. And doing our first ever park run together just felt right. And those are the kind of memories that last a lifetime. Comment or I should do a park run next and I might just make it happen.